I've heard some fans over the years say that your character wasn't really a perfect fit with the renegade style of the NWO. You know, they were portrayed as almost like kind of a punk biker gang, and then you arrive and you're wearing a suit. You've got kind of like this corporate vibe. I don't necessarily agree with that, but I'm curious as to your take. Did you feel like you meshed well with Hogan, Hall, and Nash here?
Well, I mean, I don't know how well I meshed, but I mean, it was kind of like it's like I think what it was supposed to represent was, you know, here's this conglomerate coming together, and it's been building and it's been building, and it's like I show up, and it's almost like I show up, and now this is the money. This
Hmm.
is how this whole thing came together. It was, I think, the story they were trying to tell, that all this time it had been me, you know, building the team. I don't,
Funding them.
yeah, funding them. So
And not to mention, it's, you know, we've got Hall and Nash making the jump from the WWF. So there's a couple WWF guys coming in. Hogan was like the ultimate WWF guy. Like, you
yeah,
know, when people thought of Hulk Hogan, they thought about Hulkamania in the WWF and slamming Andre. So
yeah.
that one makes sense. Now, here you are fresh off WWF TV and you're coming in. So, like, all of these additions in my mind make sense where we're trying to build a story like, hey, these are guys who are disenchanted from the WWF, but they don't like what's going on here in WCW. So they're coming in to take over. That all makes sense to me. The next week, however, as we referenced, the Giant joins the NWO. And I feel like that was where we started to go off the rails a little bit, as far as like, okay, why, how does he fit into this? He feels like a weird puzzle piece that doesn't quite fit with the rest. What did you think of the Giant being added to the group so quickly after you?
Well, yeah, it's like to have additions is one thing, but you don't, you know, to just one week after the next and after the next, it's kind of like you need to spread them out. Um, and but then how big are you gonna let it get? You know, I don't know.
And that's the thing. It feels like if there was somebody on TV who like wasn't doing much, they'd like throw him an NWO shirt, and then all of a sudden, okay, he's in the group, and he's, you know, there's another guy standing
Yeah.
behind Hogan while he's doing a promo. So it was. I think that was where we started to go off the rails a
Well,
little.
yeah. Well, man, Eric,
Right.
gosh, the guy running the show. I mean, legitimately running the show joins GMWO. You know, and basically what he did was he basically, in my opinion, he came in and basically took the spot that I would have been.